I'm Nate, and I'm the guitarist and vocalist, and I do bass on the album for right now of Voidmaster. My funny story is going to be about the first show that we ever played. So my drummer at the time, his name was Alex, and he had some friends that would come over and hang out with us while we would practice, just shoot the shit and drink a little bit, all that kind of stuff. And his friend was saying that his birthday was on Halloween, and he wanted to rent out this like field and put on a show with a bunch of local bands. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's cool. And he was like, do you guys want to play? We had only been a band for maybe 2 months, but I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I was like, where is it? And it wound up being like an hour and 20 minutes away, up in this like bumblefuck town called Lehighton, and we're in Pennsylvania, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So we were like, oh, okay, cool. So we leave for the day of the show, and it's freezing. And he said that we were going to be outside, so we got hoodies on and like we had costumes. So like I had a robe on, and we get up there, and we're driving through, and we're driving through, and we're driving through this like campground, and all of a sudden there's this big field, and there's nothing in it besides an open bed trailer with a telephone pole next to it. And we were like, okay, what are we gonna do here? So we roll up, and the guy comes out. My buddy's friend came over and was like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And then you guys just got all the way up here. And you guys were supposed to go on in the next like 45 minutes, but you guys aren't going on till like 9." And we're like, 9? It's fucking 7 o'clock. I was like, it's already like 30, it's like 32 degrees outside. We're freezing, the hot hands are going. We're miserable already. We were like, okay, we were the first band, so we were like, all right. So we just kind of hung around and stuff like that. We're mingling with people when we finally get, go ahead. So we got all set up like super quick and stuff like that. And the amp that I was using just was like shitting out on me the whole time. I was using this little orange lunchbox amp because I didn't know how serious I wanted to take this whole thing. So like I didn't have the greatest rig, and it's freezing, and I think that had something to do with it. But the electric came from the telephone pole. There was enough for like 2 power strips that we plugged in to run my stuff, and then the other one had like all the lights of the trailer hooked up. There's a huge bonfire in the back, so I guess that gave us some light. We couldn't see anything. If there's ever any videos that make it, I'm tripping over everything the whole time. The mic's cutting out while I'm trying to sing, and it's just bad. But we got like 5 minutes into our set, and there's probably like 40 people there, and everybody just went. They all turned around. So like we just kept playing. We were like, whatever, we're having fun and stuff like that. So like we finished our set. We're kind of like, yeah, that was sick. But at the same time, we're like, not a single person listened to us. So the next band starts setting up, and there's like 7 people, guitars, there's a trumpet. Like we were like, oh, this could be interesting. Figuring because he listened to that kind of music, like Doom and stuff like that, he was going to be all about it. Like he was going to get a bunch of other bands like that from the area. But the next band was like this Grateful Dead, Pink Floyd cover band that they were great, but like just super hippie stuff. And like while we're watching them, my buddy's friend comes over and goes, yo, I told you guys you were going to get some money from this. And we were like, oh yeah, man, like whatever, like it's cool. And he just like pulls up this big trash bag, and he like opens it up, and he goes, whatever you guys can take in your hands is yours. So we're like, okay. So we both look in, and it's just leveled with fucking mushrooms. And we're like, you're paying us in mushrooms? And he goes, well, yeah, I didn't really have enough cash to throw at you guys, so I figured you could just take whatever you can carry. And we were like, I don't know, maybe middle of the field fucking mushrooms, kind of gross, but 'Cause I mean, he was a weird dude. He was definitely passed out in my garage a couple times after practice, but, like, I'll never forget him coming up to me and just opening a fucking hefty bag of trash bag or a hefty bag of mushrooms and just, "Here you go. This is your payment for the night." So, uh, that's my funny story. That was my first gig, like, first real gig with a band in the middle of bumfuck Pennsylvania playing for mushrooms. So, we just released an album, EP, Feedback Seeds and Stems. It's on all streaming services. We have a split coming out with Drugbeard, another local band, probably sometime early 2022, and we started working on an actual full length uh, that will probably be out late spring 2022. So thanks for listening to my goofy story.